Imagine this: 50 sales appointments in a single day, back to back, non-stop, no time to breathe, and no time to call each one of them. I've been there. And if that sounds insane, let's talk about the transition I had to take to start managing a team of agents who are doing the same thing. That kind of workload will either break you or build you into an efficiency powerhouse. Today, I want to share what I saw during that season of my career, what it taught me about discipline, systems, and leadership in insurance sales. When I first developed my appointment system, I was getting volume that I couldn't handle because I didn't have the proper systems or experience in place. The pandemic was fresh, everyone was concerned, and I had to optimize results. I was writing a policy almost every hour, but a lot of things were falling through the cracks. Even putting in extra hours, I wasn't able to catch up with the workload. I mean, I was working 7 days a week. I was sleeping 4 hours a night. And I was seeing consistent weeks where writing over $10,000 wasn't extraordinary anymore. It was becoming the minimum expectation. Thank God I have a good wife that kept the house together. I had everything that I thought that I wanted from production and income originally. But the emotion of always winning started to become hollow and empty. And yeah, I understand it's one of the best problems I could have had. I still did the work, but my heart wasn't in it. My mind wasn't in it. I was overwhelmed. I had to do something, and fast. That way I could reclaim my balance. I needed to be there for my kids, and I needed to do more than just make insane amounts of money. Even though that's what I desperately wanted to achieve my entire life before then. I started implementing systems through trial and error. I started sorting through clients quickly to measure interest levels. And yeah, I had to drop situations that were clear that they were going to take up too much time. And if you've ever had someone claim they have power of attorney for a client that's in the hospital, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Once I developed my own organization, I realized another problem. If I only do this for myself, I'll never be able to scale. I'll run into a gold-lined glass ceiling, a level of success that others dream of, while also knowing that there was more potential that I could have reached. So, I took the plunge. I started offering the service to others while still selling. Thankfully, the systemized success that I developed also started to take root in the first 3 agents that I worked with. In the first week, 2 out of 3 of those agents couldn't handle the stress of the workload, and they threw in the towel. These agents came in saying that they wanted more appointments than they could work. 5 days later, they started saying that they wanted less people to talk with, that it was too much, and that they wanted guarantees instead of opportunities. The first agent that stuck with it, he was the one that was willing to put in the extra work, and with guidance, we helped keep his days organized. I am still grateful to this very day that I found him back in my first week. After that success shifted, I wasn't just Brandon Novick, the guy that wrote a lot of policies and set a lot of appointments. I was Brandon Novick, the aspiring mentor and leader, with instant success. But guess what? New success isn't easy, and I had some serious hard lessons that were coming my way. When I started, I thought everyone wanted to make their own financial situation better, and I was right to a certain extent, but a pattern started to pop up. Agents were making a lot of money, but they always felt like it wasn't enough. They realized that the wins were starting to become hollow and empty, just like I had experienced. I thought having an agent that was writing $15,000 a week would always be excited, not start to say that they feel like they didn't do as good as the last month. The pattern that was starting not only showed up, they were starting to call me daily to ask about it. I was fixing agents' financial problems, and I was giving them everything that they had asked for their entire careers, but I was missing a critical piece that I needed to understand. Experts say that activities that get you your first $1 million in annual sales in business are not the ones that'll get you up to 10 million. They're right. I was pursuing efficiency and earnings. I was teaching the team to work towards the same goals. And we were, and still are, getting good results. Agents were burning out and quitting despite making more money than they had ever made in their entire lives. Leaving the industry, and they were going off to get lower hourly wages. I was placed in an even more difficult situation then. How do you get advice on a subject when your peers are direct competitors? And maybe they haven't even seen the same level of success as quickly. I honestly couldn't. I had to find the answers in 100-year-old books, stories, and examples. We are our own greatest asset and our own greatest enemy. I was fixing the problems of production and efficiency, but I wasn't putting systems in place to focus on the agent's mentality. I've learned over the years that I can take on an excessive workload and I'll come out stronger each time. I've also run under the assumption that everyone else can handle the same load. They probably can, but the question is, are they ready for that today? Or do they just think they want that today? Desperately. The next step as an agency owner was understanding that I needed to find the right times to exchange efficiency for empathy, and guiding my rockstar agents to the right decision instead of force-feeding it. Too much information is too much noise. We need to be guided to think it through ourselves and come to terms with the most valid solutions in our time frame. I needed to be a living spirit guide to help them come to terms with how to handle the emotional aspect of financially arriving. And those decisions, those are the ones that transformed us. And each coaching session is followed by a spike in production as long as the agent is still committed. Throughout the years, I've been blessed to have the opportunity to work with great people that want to help other people. I've been blessed to have the opportunity to make other people a lot of money. I've made a lot of mistakes along the way, and I've had to correct those to become a better version of myself for my family and my team. I'm interested in what I can do for you. I'm interested in how we can align our goals to see that we all win. I'm interested in the hard truths that can create more freedom for everyone around me. If you made it this far in the video, I think you get it. Please make sure that you subscribe and get my contact information from the description of the video and in the channel. I'm Brandon Novick, the owner of BlackRock Insurance Group. I want to change people's lives the way that I was able to change mine with this industry. Final expense, life insurance, Medicare. Let's find a way to make it happen.